TaylorMade have brought back the years, reintroducing their R7 quad driver, this time in a mini driver variant. Now this could be one of the most desired golf clubs This could be one of the most desired golf clubs of the year. However, it is going to cost around £400. So what if we got the original OG TaylorMade R7 quad for £40? Because that's what it's going for nowadays. Guys, just what difference are we going to see with these two heavyweight golf clubs, and which one should you potentially have in your bag? Hi everyone, my name's James. If you're new here, welcome. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy the idea of a new golf video every single day. Now, we're going to put these in as close to exactly the same specs as possible. You can see we still have that 4-way adjustable quad system that TaylorMade. This was the most adjustable driver ever back in the day, wasn't it? Do you remember? So we're going to put this down to 9.5, so they'll have exactly the same loft. I'm going to move these weights in the old school TaylorMade R7 quad, so the heavy weights are at the front there. That's going to make it a little bit more low spin, a little bit less forgiving, but it's going to be in line with how I like to play this quad mini driver. You can see we have two 13-gram weights at the front there and two 4-gram weights at the back, whereas in the old school one we actually have 2-gram weights and 10-gram weights. So the fact that now we do have, it looks very similar on top actually, but the new one, the R7, the mini driver is bigger than the actual club.
That's mental.
That's wild, isn't it? But that's obviously...
How good is that condition, by the way?
It's really good, isn't it? Hello. Bobby's got a voice as well now, by the way, everybody. So we're letting Bobby talk. Hashtag let Bob talk.
For now.
But we've got a carbon infinity crown on the new one. So that means that there's more discretionary mass that TaylorMade can move around and optimise spin rates and performance and things like that. Now, I know what you're thinking, Bob. Where's the key? I don't think you do. Oh, dear. Right, so there's no adjustable neck on this as well. So I don't know when the adjustable necks actually came in, but we need this one out, and we need... Fun story, I believe this was actually Darren Clark's driver. We borrowed it off a friend of ours and I need to give it him back, but look at the difference in the weights.
Wow.
And then the 10-gram weight's the same, just a little bit thicker. But guys, we're going to test these in the studio as well and see just what the big differences are. The obvious difference is going to be shaft length. So I believe that this R7, look at that.
That's a weight, isn't
That's
it?
a weight, isn't it? That's a proper weight. But for me, like, I had this driver. I remember it well. I can't believe they brought it back. It's a really nice trip down memory lane. It's just a shame that the new ones are so expensive. How much was this back in the day? I bet it was around 250 quid. And we thought that was expensive, didn't we? Little did we know where society was going.
That's a nice sound, that.
Yeah, the click sound, yeah, really nice. What is it like shaft length? I need to do the loft on this, but I will do it. You know what? It's really not that much different, is it? What I'll do for the sake of argument, I'm going to grip down that an inch. Are we saying that's fair?
Yeah. What shaft's in the other one?
This one, it's the Speeder MD Fujikura 6S. And this one's a Tour Stiff, so it's very, very similar. So that really shouldn't have much of an advantage at all, should it? Apart from Bobby kicking. You've just stood on the Bay Hill tee, Bob. Really? Look at that now. And you know what as well? That's on you. That's coming out your wages, that.
I'll get you another one next year.
Oh, do you think you're going again after that? All right. We'll hit a couple with the old school one to kick off with. And we'll see just what differences. So I'm going to grip it there. You happy with that?
Sure.
It's just a little bit down. Oh, I've hit that
Great
good.
shot.
Look at that go. It was a little bit out of the toe, but I'm really happy that's in that bunker. So that's the marker that we're going for, the bunker. I'll go one more with this and then we'll change the loft round on the mini driver. Guys, how much difference do you think there's going to be? Pardon?
There's a wasp on it.
You're joking. Oh dear. We don't want that, do we? Is there going to be a 10-yard, 20-yard difference? Is there going to be a difference at all? Is this year's mini driver the same as 20 years ago's actual driver? I think it could be, you know. But for 40 quid, would you just buy this and have the nostalgia? That's a good one. It's just left. Stay there. That's a long way up there. That's taken that little speed channel. So the beauty about this is obviously you can change the loft and you can get properly fitted for it. I don't think anywhere in the world would retrofit a 20-year-old R7. Do you? So we're going to go down to, you can see all the differences you can do. You can do lie angle, loft. When you go down to, so it's exactly the same, 9.5. Imagine if you set up a business where you'd retrofit like really old clubs. So you pay
That's
like
quite cool,
50 quid for the club and 50 quid for the fitting. And if you could make it actually perform similar, then I suppose it'd be a good business model, wouldn't it?
It would.
So we need to get either past that bunker or in that bunker.
I think you will.
We have been hitting this quite nice. We've done a couple of videos with this today. 9.5 degree. Can I still launch it? That's an awful shot. Get up. That wasn't the best, but we keep them all in. So the pressure on this first hole is now on the mini driver. That's the worst shot I think I've ever hit with it. Should we do a montage of nice shots just to make me feel better about it? Joking. Right. Does look different now. I've de-lofted it. Looks more serious. There we go.
Wow.
There we go. That could carry that bunker with a good kick, you know. Has it? No, it's in it. It's in it. Let's go and see exactly how far they've gone. And let's continue this test both inside and outside. See what you should spend your money on in regards to a TaylorMade R7. We've scared it off, Bob, haven't we? That's actually not done bad, you know, for a top. I'm going to give it that. I think the forgiveness on the R7, the forgiveness on the mini driver is going to be pretty good there or thereabouts. The second R7's definitely up there on the left-hand side. I'll look at that in a second. And these two are both neck and neck. I think the mini driver definitely pitched further and then hit into the bunker. I think the R7 quad actually just got in there. But as you can see, they're pretty neck and neck and the mini driver's rolled back in. I think I'm going to give this hole the 40 quid R7 because it's just down there looking the rough.
Oh yeah.
So realistically, I think we've just got to give it that because it's past them. We're going to continue though. And is this now £40 versus £400, or is it which driver should you have?
Don't know.
We've given you a mic, Bob. Don't shrug your shoulders.
I don't know.
Right, we going then? Oh dear, just to leave that. Oh, right, this is why we don't give you a microphone, Bobby.
Don't blame me. You're the one who said it first.
Right, we're going. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Not.
Right, we're going to go one each this time. None of this best of two. We're just going to go, because you never get best of two unless you're in a provisional. And the last thing you want to do is hit a provisional. So we'll set one out there with the mini driver. Then we're going to try and catch up. You got the balls?
No.
Oh, Bob. Funny that, because they're in your side of the buggy. And then we're going to try and catch up with the R7 quad. So this really suits like a little low draw, doesn't it? You know, like it's not a hole you'd massively try and attack. It's certainly one you'd try and keep in play a little bit.
Start at the bunker and then just little.
Yeah, if we can. I nutted the second one of these on the last hole. It's good, it's just cutty, isn't it? And it's a shame because that is a really, really powerful ball flight, isn't it? You don't see it? Right, R7. Grip it down again. Just a bit too much cut on that mini driver. And it's funny because that's like a towy one again with this club. And that's all right, it's up the left-hand side. We've got one right, one left. Let's go and see which one's done the best, which one's in the best position and which one's in the worst position. Really struggling to hit this out the centre, and it is quite clearly a tiny head, isn't it? So I can't believe how golf clubs have got easier to hit over the years. Big change. Big change. Right, so you can see we have the mini driver up here on the right-hand side, rough. It's blocked out a little bit, but I was actually quite surprised to see the ball move as far as it did left to right there. It felt like a good hit. Maybe it was a touch heely. The R7 has found its way back into the fairway, but it is just a few yards behind it. So I'm going to give this one the mini driver. Now, I wasn't thinking about doing this in this video, but obviously the mini driver is designed to be a little bit more versatile than the original R7 was. 07? What am I talking about? Anyway, we're going to test it off the deck. You were expecting that way. Let's see if that through slot speed pocket really helps us, because I think there's a couple of strikes out here that we've done where if I'd have struck the R7 like I did the mini driver, it would have been catastrophic. So let's find out. First up, let's go. What should we go first, Bob?
Quad. OG.
Doesn't help.
OG.
Quad.
Yeah, that really didn't help, did it?
So this is basically just a DOD shot, isn't it? Which, I mean, we have taken the loft off that now. So essentially now, We could have rendered the mini driver useless for off the fairway, couldn't we? I mean, I topped it off the tee, so anything could happen, but
Anything could happen.
let's really try and set the standard here with the OG. It's not done bad, that, has it?
That's so good.
Chasing up, it could just get kind of front right edge. It's going to miss the green on the right, but a really, really deep face on this. This really isn't designed for the shot we've just played. As you can see, like the difference of that compared to what we actually have now with this, a lot sleeker, a lot thinner, more obviously designed for those twist face as well. I forgot
Just about to say, what does that say on the bottom?
Twist face, Bob. Right. And I think there, the through slot speed pockets help that massively.
Yeah.
That's still running, it's more central. That might even be front edge of the green. From Let's Be Fair, that wasn't a good strike, was it? We have hit a couple already today with this more lofted up, and this is where you have to give it its dues with how we have that air of adjustability. So if this was at 11.5 degrees, we'll put a shot on screen that we hit just a few minutes ago, essentially, comparing this against another mini driver, and it did really, really well. So I think there's definitely scope for this being more versatile, but I guess for the price, you would hope it would be. It's still not launching like a 3 would it? Is it? No. 9.5 degrees isn't the one for it, but not doing bad. You know what there? The OG's not done bad at all, has it?
No.
Like, the mini driver's certainly in a better position. It's more central. I could probably put that if I wanted to. But like, distance-wise, there's like nothing in it at all. Both of them were low and cutty because that's how essentially I've tried to get the ball to launch. But I'm going to give that the mini driver. We've got to remember the price of them both. And we've got to remember what are we really looking for? But that's what we've got to think, isn't it? Should we look at some numbers, which might shock people, then we'll finish it on this 18th tee.
Okay.
Finish it. Now, looking at the numbers for both these golf clubs, I think it's very interesting because before this test, I'd never realised just how short the driver shaft length was on the older R7. So I wasn't expecting too much difference, and the big difference I actually saw was in the levels of forgiveness. I hit a couple of good shots with both these clubs, and I hit a couple of bad shots with both these clubs, and it's fair to say that the technology inside the new R7 Super Quad Mini driver, I have to make sure I say that right because I've obviously got exactly the same name, does mean that you are going to get a little bit more benefit off the tee if you do strike it slightly out the toe or the heel, or even low on the face with that through slot speed pocket. Put that together with the versatility of being able to hit it from the fairway. You can see here with the numbers, the ball speeds were actually almost identical, but a much lower spin rate with the new R7 mini driver because being able to move those weights forwards as well. So very, very interesting numbers. Which one would you spend your money on? Let us know in the comments. So the numbers were a lot closer than what I personally thought there would be, and probably what you guys thought there would be as well. It really does go to show how driver technology has potentially moved on in the proper length drivers. But I can't believe that as well. Like, so similar, isn't it? There's a little bit there, but like, obviously for the sake of this test, I didn't grip down in the studio actually, because I didn't realise at the time how marginal the difference was. Right, R7, old one first, then we try and get it anywhere near it or even past it with the mini driver. Every shot we've hit outside has been a bit on the kind of toey side. We've not really hit one out the centre. That's a good one. It's a little bit drawy again though. Let's clip those trees, which is stage left for the mini driver. And this is where I do feel like the new version, or this kind of model, I don't feel like, I know obviously we missed the fairway on the last one, but I don't feel like we missed too many fairways with it. So can we just hit a nice drawy one up that right side, bound it down the middle? Certainly I don't feel like this suits that 9.5 degree head, but that's still running up the right hand side of the fairway. It was a pretty central strike with a little bit of cut on it, which isn't the shot I wanted, to be honest, but I've got away with it. So really there's only one clear winner, unless you want to spend like 40 quid, and it'll do a job, won't it? That's the beauty about golf nowadays. It's for everybody. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Thank you so much for your time as always, and I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow.